Yes, we've started recording it, and here it is what I've got. Just have a look. Oh, okay. So we are celebrating Erasmus Days today, and this is the first day of 3 days, actually, yes? So, and that's why we decided to join all together, partners of one project, which you already know. It's about STEAM model creation and also circular economy. And we are doing this project the second year. And let's hope we'll have some more time to be together. And well, the decision to join today was because we are celebrating Erasmus Days, and since we are all here, more or less experts in Erasmus, we decided to, well, to share our experiences, our opinion. That's why well, we decided to call it Why Erasmus Plus? Like a question, why should we choose these projects, this program, and what are the values and, well, what is the use of these kind of projects? And for half an hour, we are going to have, more or less half an hour, we are going to have an international discussion on these issues, questions, and tips. So it's very nice to see you all here. And as I understand, we have both teachers and students, and not only those students that are still at school, but also those that are at the university. And it's very interesting because the opinion of alumni is always very interesting because they can just share their point of view, whether these projects give some future opportunities. So, what are we going to start off? Jose, I hope your students that are at the university now could start, as senior ones could start this discussion and could share their opinion and their experience. What do you think? Okay, so where are these brilliant people? Okay, we can see Pedro here. Pedro, could you start, please? Just a few sentences about yourself. Are you at school or at the university, and so on?
Can you hear me?
Yes, very well. Yeah. Thank you.
So I'm a third year student in the University of Beira Interior. So I've been in Erasmus Plus like 4 years by now. It was 4 years, and at first we started developing a project to the project related to the Erasmus, and when was the day to go to Turkey. In my case, the first thing we at least I noticed was it's a new country. It's not like where I'm used to be like every day. My first challenge was actually something no one should suffer. That is not being accustomed, not being used with the culture of Turkey. Not that was a problem, but it was technically not something you were normally in how can I say? It's not something that is not normally like you used to be, but it was not a big problem because I also discovered that I love Turkish food, and
Oh,
uh, and it was a surprise because okay they don't eat some kinds of food, but I never missed the food I eat here. It was the first thing. The second thing I noticed was I might come more times here because I love this food. I love I love the culture. Was like something that you are not normally used to be used like in Europe. That you see more things like you normally will see in previous 90s 1900s on Europe, like a lot of small street markets together selling from food to
to some other
lots
goods.
and it's another layer of things you discover, and at last the people there from other countries and from Turkey were very good people. They were people that you go to them and they want to talk to you. They want to know you better. They want to know what is like in where you live. They are almost as interested as you are, even if you are the one who is visiting their country. They they were very nice people, and if I manage to stick one more year in university, I might probably travel to Turkey or another Erasmus country.
Okay. Thank you, Pedro. So, as I understood, mostly it was about Turkey and good food and nice people and really wonderful country. Yes, I agree with you. Thank you very much for sharing your opinion. And yes, we have students and teachers from Turkey in this project, and probably you should know that students in this project, they are new in Erasmus projects. That's why it's very important to encourage them to participate in such projects and to reveal, to show all the goods of participating. And I'm not sure, but I hope that these students, Turkish students, they have many questions about this, and maybe we should hear some of those questions and try to answer these. Well, have we got any questions from Turkey?
I have actually.
Okay, very nice.
So during your past experiences, conferences, have you ever had a critical moment? Like, have you ever thought, if I have done this, things might have gone so much better or so much worse? Have you ever had a moment like this before?
Okay, thank you for your question. Do we have any students who could, well, say something about that? About some kind of critical moments and some issues facing during these projects?
I actually have something to say. I participated in Erasmus Plus twice, one to Estonia and the other to Turkey. And the second time I was almost not going because there was some paper where we can put your names on if you wanted to go. And I was thinking, I went to Estonia, maybe I will not put my name there because other students might want to go too. But I ended up putting my name there and there was no more students interested. So I ended up going to Turkey and it was amazing experience. So it was kind of a decisive moment that took me to that journey.
Okay, thank you very much. More students or more teachers with their experience and the answer to this question? Okay, if not, so maybe more questions from Turkish students?
I thought they had more.
I believe that they have.
I have a question. I'm sure. Deniz?
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
Yes.
How was the reaction of your family when you shared your opinions, intentions related to Erasmus?
Could you please repeat once again? Because okay.
How was the reaction of your family when you shared your opinions, intentions related to Erasmus?
Reactions of families, actually.
Yes, families.
About traveling, you mean, Deniz? About traveling, yes. Or visiting another country, maybe being hosted by someone?
Yes, this is about hosting. Yes, living in new families. Okay, so I think that my students from Lithuania, they really have a rich experience, both in hosting and living in other families. So who could share the experience?
I could take that.
Okay, thank you.
So, when talking about hosting, I hosted one Italian girl, and she seemed to be a little bit different from our culture, which is really normal. And although she didn't really speak English, we still somehow find that language, and we somehow communicated, and like we formed a bond. And actually, it wasn't really that, like, how to say, although the culture is quite different, but like we still lived quite well together. And at first it was a bit difficult to, like, you know, make that morning routine, because she does all the things in a different, like, order, but we still got used to her culture and her way of living life, and we made her feel welcome in our country and our family.
Oh, nice to hear that. Thank you, Agne. More students from Lithuania, maybe, to share? Well, we've got,
Okay, so essentially I hosted a Italian guy. Well, he spoke English pretty well. We didn't have many differences, but just some things seem different. So how should I say it? The speed of life, I'd say. The way the speed he lives at. So we're getting ready to already go out to go to the school, and he's barely gotten out of bed.
Yes, it happens. Okay. Thank you. Joris, is that it? Okay, thank you. Some Portuguese students, what about your experience in this aspect while hosting somebody or living in some other countries?
Yeah, I hosted a Spanish boy once. And, well, since Portugal and Spain are so close, the difference wasn't that big, but still we were still able to notice the difference. It was a little bit easier because we could speak English or Spanish. But things went smoothly. It was, we wake up every day early because we had to get to school early, and have that timetable from that school gave us for the Erasmus project, and we accompanied each other through all the days. And it's a really great experience to host somebody that is not from your country and help them, because let's be honest, when I went, I felt lost, and to receive somebody after that experience and try to help them not feel lost in a different country, it's one of the most important points of being an host in terms of the Erasmus projects. And just the way try to guide them through the city. Sometimes they say, I would like to go there. I heard about this place. And if you have the time and the time stable that they give you, have free spaces, try to show them everything that your city and your culture have to offer. That's probably one of the most wonderful things you can do for somebody that you're hosting. Because yeah, it's Erasmus, you have a project, but you're also traveling. So you can't forget to have fun also as being the host and being the guest. Do research, and if you see your host is open to probably go out with you and try to show you the place more easily, try to make research where you're going and see, wow, this looks interesting, let me go. And put a list of places that you say to your host, hey, I heard about this, can we go there? Or as a host, if they don't do that research, you can do it yourself. You know your city better than anyone. So when they come, you can say, hey, there's a really cool thing in my city. Do you want to go? And try to have an experience like that. It's hard. It's not hard. Time consuming and you have to have a good management around your time. It's time you have to give, and of course your studies, because even though you're a week receiving somebody, you still have a school to attend to. So you can't forget school for only Erasmus, nor the other way around.
Well, yes, thank you, Simao. Because yeah, I understand that it's quite difficult to show your culture, your life, your city in 1 week, because you want to show to that person as much as you can, but also you have lessons, you have some duties, and not only Erasmus, but also your everyday life. And yes, time consuming, and well, it's very important to think about all those things, not only about some joyful moments and do nothing, just some entertainment. Okay, thank you very much. More experiences. I know that we really have. Well, what about Lithuanian students? Oh, Julia. Okay.
I was going to say, I actually prepared some presentation with some old photos of my Erasmus travels. I don't know if people are interested in seeing, and
maybe I just need to stop sharing my screen and give give my host to you. Okay, let's try to do this. If I manage now. Oh, Julia, where are you here? Oh, I really don't know how to do this now, because okay, you just keep on talking while I'm trying to find it.
Oh, I think I already can.
I think you can directly share.
Can you share? Please try.
Yes, I can. I think I can.
That's great.
Just a moment.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a moment. So, are you seeing my presentation?
Yes, we do.
Yep.
Okay. So, my name is Julia, and I'm 20 years old, and I'm studying biomedical engineering, and I prepared this PowerPoint to give a little insight of my travels, and I apologize in advance because my English is very rusty. I'm not practicing a lot, and maybe there are some typos in the writing, but I think you can all understand. So I traveled to Estonia and to Turkey, and I will just go a little in the photos and the memories. So on December 2017, I went on my first ever trip abroad without my parents and only my teachers and my friends, and to Estonia. It was very exciting. You can see how happy we all were. Big smiles on our faces. And we had some Estonian ice cream with the flag. It was really a nice appointment. This girl was my host. She opened the doors of her house for me for 1 week, and she was very nice and showed me a lot of the city. We had this experience where we could hike in some frozen lakes and in the forest. It was a really good opportunity to discover beautiful landscapes, and I can say a wide-opening experience to respect the planet. This was one of my favorite moments. It was very funny because this was an outside jacuzzi, and we were on jacuzzi, but it was snowing in our heads, so it was really exciting. One more time, you can see how happy we all are. It was one of those experiences you can tell to your children all their life. But it was also a big responsibility to travel to another country and to present our project, because we want other people from other countries to remember us and to remember our country and our culture as a positive. And in this image, there is Simon, who already talked. Pedro, who is here today, was not on this trip. He was in Turkey. But this was our prototype, and it was very exciting to make. We had a great time walking in the city, snowing. It was also beautiful because it was Christmas time, and there are lots of lights and trees. Everything was beautiful. But also an important part is like the professional part of it. We had a lot of challenges that involved critical and logical thinking. And those are skills that I still use now. And sometimes I look back and I think it was really great because it opened my mind to engineering. And probably if I didn't went on Erasmus, I would be in some other degree that was not engineering. So I can say that being on Erasmus helped define my career, and I'm really proud of that.
Oh, thank you. Sounds great.
Yes, it can really change our lives. So these were some friends we made. We will remember them forever. It was really nice. It was in the last day in Estonia.
I know these people.
And now yes, these are Lithuanian girls, right?
Yes, and boys as well. Yes.
Yes. Actually, Grete came and Alex, I think, to Portugal. And I was already in university, but I went to the city and I hanged out with them in the shopping.
Oh, okay.
It was a very nice experience.
So it means that you made friends not only for one moment, but also, that's great to have friends.
Yes, and maybe sometime if I travel to Lithuania or even to Turkey or Estonia, I will contact them and say, hey, wanna grab some coffee or talk a little bit? Because we created a really great experience those days. Are memories that last forever.
Oh, nice.
And then just a quick trip to Turkey. We were really excited to go because it's, for us in Portugal, Turkey is like a really far away country, and we are a little scared because it's a long travel and there's a really different culture, but it was amazing, truly. One of the best experiences was my host, Ilknur. She was so nice, and she showed me all the city and took me to the best places to eat. We really created an amazing friendship. But we had a little language trouble because we sometimes couldn't understand each other, but that didn't stop us from being really good friends. And we cried when we said goodbye in the last day because, I don't know, we were really good friends. These are some girls that we met there, and it really helped me to understand more about how people live differently from us, but how at the same time we are all the same because we all have the same dreams and the will to live. So it's really beautiful. And these are some Estonian girls here that I met in Estonia and then met again in Turkey. So it was nice. And I think this girl is Lithuanian. I'm not really sure. But it was also a great learning opportunity. This was our robot that we developed in Portugal and then traveled to Turkey. It worked and we were really proud. We visited a science museum. We made water paintings. That's something we didn't know existed. And this is my host again. And we went to a water bottle factory and it was really nice because that's a place I have never been before. And in Turkey, I also experienced a lot of culture different from us. The buildings, the monuments, some dances and music. It was really nice to be in the culture. And the people in Turkey really tried to make us feel in Turkey and experience everything about their culture. So here some food is one of the best parts of traveling is you can try a lot of food. This was what Pedro was talking about. Food in Turkey is just amazing. I really missed this kind of food.
Okay.
Once more, I believe that the experience in Turkey showed me that we can be tolerant and comprehensive to everyone, and everyone has some really interesting point of view in the world and how things work. So we just have to listen and be wide open. And finally, for the students who are now in Erasmus Plus and haven't yet traveled, my advice is just go for it and enjoy the opportunity and take the most you can out of it. So thank you, Erasmus Plus, for everything you gave me.
Yeah. Okay, it's really very nice, Julia. Thank you very much. Oh, brilliant presentation. You actually answered all our questions. Yes, okay, thank you very much. Anyway, I believe that other students also have what to say. For example, Matthias, if you should name 3 best things of Erasmus Plus, what it would be?
Hello, I would think the 3 best things would be new friends, experiencing new cultures, and I cannot think of the words right now on the moment.
Okay, maybe some special skills that you can acquire doing some activities of the project.
Yeah, I would think it's that.
Okay, thank you. Saule, what would you say?
Yes, I think the friendship of a lifetime, because you are still friends with everyone and you just meet new people, and I think it's very important to have a lot of friends in your life and just they're different from different countries. And it's a really fun experience to just talk to everyone and discuss about things and your country and know about other cultures and other countries.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. We also have another Agnia. We have 2 Agnes here, 2 names. So Agne, another one. Yeah. What competencies?
Sorry, first of all background sounds. I'm in a restaurant. And
interesting.
I'm so sorry. But if I would need to say something about Erasmus, I would say that you gain a lot of independence. You learn how to plan things yourself without parents. I think it's a really unique experience you can gain alone by yourself.
Okay, thank you, Agne, very much. Could we just turn to Turkish team again? Maybe we have more questions after this discussion. It's going to the end, so maybe some more important questions are left.
I would like to ask another one if you'd like me to.
Yes.
So speaking of advices, and consider that you have already graduated with past Erasmus Plus experiences and we are, how do you call it, freshmen or newcomers. What would be your main and the biggest advice for us?
Main and biggest. So who's got an idea? Well, main and biggest advice for those who are participating. Aiste, do you have an advice?
So actually, I think that that advice would be just like don't wait and go talk with everyone, and you can sleep at home more, so you can just go and talk with your family and with your host and other people in school.
Okay, so you would say that the most important is to communicate as much as possible. Yes, with other people.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Some more advices?
One of the biggest advice I can give you is go out and have fun. You're traveling to a different country. You can't do that every day. So enjoy as much as you can from that week.
Okay.
And learn the max you can also. Those are two very important pillars that I think they are two of the biggest pillars from the Erasmus project.
Okay, thank you. Something else?
I think you should always say yes to every challenge.
Oh, yes. This one sounds great, and also, you should be brave and take your chance. Yes, take your chance and make your day and take your day and everything. Yes, I would say that. Okay, thank you for your answers. Have you got more questions, dear students? Maybe not only Turkish ones. Okay, Ali, yeah.
I have one actually. Have you ever been in a challenging situation throughout the project? If you, how did you handle it, or how did you solve the problem that you came across?
Okay, thank you for your question. Well, who would like to answer or to give some?
I would like.
Okay, thank you.
One of the most challenging problems that we had in our project was building the final thing, the water robot that Julia show you. It was stressful because we had a really short time to make it, and sometimes some of us would miss and couldn't go and work on the project, so we had to all of us had to try to multitask everything. So for example, somebody that was good at designing everything in 3D someday had to go and program, and in that way we would call each other, rely on each other, teach each other everything that we could, so that we could do various jobs. And that multitasking coming from necessity, it's one of the hardest things that you can manage, and teamwork is one of the best things to solve that problem.
Okay, thank you very much. So to sum up, we are talking about team building, collaboration, friendship, attitude to each person, sharing ideas, experiences, encouraging each other, trying to do as much as possible, not waste our time while preparing for some mobilities to other countries and so on. So I really hope and believe that we will have a possibility to see each other in this project, to meet each other, not only online, but in our real lives. So thank you very much for participating in this international discussion, and I hope that you've enjoyed this time. And if somebody has something else to say, we still have some seconds, I believe. Okay, nothing to say. So thank you very much once again, and let's keep in touch then. Have a nice Erasmus day.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you for the invitation.
Bye.
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 Goodbye. See you.